Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. After 7 weeks of renovation, the Attleboro Public Library has reopened to the public. The library closed mid-November to have the flooring replaced. It's the first time the floor has been replaced since the 1990s. DoubleACS spoke with Library Director Amy Rillinger to learn more.
So, hi, I'm Amy Rillinger. I'm the director of the Attleboro Public Library, and we just recently reopened after being closed for almost 7 weeks, where all of the flooring in the building got replaced. So everything except for the marble lobby and the first floor lobby got replaced with either carpet, vinyl tile, ceramic tile, or epoxy floor. Even the historic wood floor on the 4th floor was refinished. So this is a 37,000 square foot building. We had to empty all of our offices, all of the closets, all of the deepest, darkest corners of the building, the entire local history room, and staff left the building for those 7 weeks. We worked in alternate locations, some of us at the Council on Aging, some at the high school. We had an information desk at City Hall. We did off-site work on laptops throughout the city. And what people are asking about is moving the books. So we did not move all of the books, or the movers did not move all of the books. They moved a lot of them. They moved all of the shelving. They moved all of the furniture from one side of a floor to the other in order to get all the carpeting done. We are very proud of the fact that it got done on time and under budget. So the last time the library got new carpeting was in the early 90s during a renovation. So I like to think the 90s were a couple of weeks ago, but it was 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago, and the biggest concern for us was that for 3 years the library had a temporary roof. 5 years ago the roof was redone, but before that we had a temporary roof in New England for 3 years, and there were leaks and there were wet spots, and we dried them as quickly as we could, and we assumed everything was fine, but we didn't know for sure. And once we started looking for the wet spots of the rug and the staining of the rug, we started seeing all of the other problems with it, the use. So yeah, it has been a very long time since anything was replaced. So, and if kids are coming to story time and you're crawling on the rugs, yeah, we want them nice and clean and new and beautiful. This is all carpet tiles, so anything that happens to this rug, it can get damaged, stained, tiles can get popped up and replaced. The old rug, we couldn't do that, and to look at this, you would never know that it was tile. Like, there's not the unsightly seams, there's not pulls where the seams are. Like, it really, the technology, the carpet technology is wonderful. High traffic, very low VOC. A lot of people were concerned about the smells. They were concerned about staff working in the environment. It's part of the reason we decided to close completely, because having workers and patrons and staff in the building at the same time just wasn't safe. Yeah, so the floors upstairs were pretty beat up. There's been a lot of changes in how we use the spaces of the library. And because it's out of the public site, it really has been neglected for a very long time. So while the team was in the building, it's like, why not do the floors? Because it does take a month for the wood floors to cure, to have all that work done. So we were going to be out of here, so we took care of it. And now it is so much easier to clean, so much easier to take care of. And we all know what it took to make that floor beautiful, and nobody wants to do that again. So we got a lot of grief from the public because they love their library, right? They love to come in and say hello. They love to come in and get their books and their movies and just to be around people. However, we let all of the surrounding libraries know that we were going to be closed, so please welcome our patrons, that they were going to be used to doing things a certain way, but they were willing to change for a couple of weeks. And it was great. Like, we've heard we've heard things like, oh, Seekonk Library does this a really great way, and have you ever tried what North Attleboro is doing? So it's given us a good opportunity to get some good feedback. It's really like, every person who comes in, we're saying, welcome back. And they're like, how were holidays? And we're so glad to see you. We didn't realize how much we'd missed you. And, that's what we work really hard to make this a warm and friendly community center. And to know that that is exactly what we've been doing is really rewarding.